and drop your comments. Also, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe on this video. And with that being said, man, I'm out.
Hey, real quick.
What up?
Stop listening to niggas that go home and take their clothes off and put a robe on to talk to other niggas online.
Oh, he slid down.
Hey, no more.
Unlearn that bullshit they teach you at the academy. Though, don't bring none of that shit in here. Shit'll get you killed out here.
Yeah.
But I think in situations like this, when you have an asshole that's talking bad about the people, I'll speak up for him. I keep saying everybody ain't black, but if you'll sit up there and say that black culture is trash, and they can't or don't defend it, I'll defend it. If you that bad, I'm the type of person to go there. Because when you loud and you up there, right, then you challenging the world. Well, you know what? I think I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. I don't think nobody can fuck with me. So you can't take my spot.
Right.
That's what you do when you challenge the internet. You challenging all of us. Okay, nigga, you challenge me. He kept saying, all of y'all to make the world worse, I'm coming for you. So nigga, I'll come to you. And I came to the Lapeef show and I kicked your little supporter's ass. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. I trashed him shits. Then your little protege, Johnathon Barronville, came to the show again and I trashed his ass. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. That shit is on there, on the internet forever.
Oh, yeah, that's forever.
Ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it because you're not good enough.
Let's go, nigga. Let's go.
Boom, the world class.
Do we need to update the laws for family court? She couldn't answer unless she had more context. That's specifically what I said, Kay.
Okay.
Let him respond. Chicago real is exactly right. He is exactly right. The laws that we have now in 2021 go back decades. And
what's the law though?
Hey, we got to guess.
It's fine. It's fine.
Why don't you?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Can you just give me like one?
Not to pontificate. No, not to pontificate. Give a solution.
Cool. Well, I don't agree with you. I don't think you should get shit.
Okay.
So that's my solution. You go back to your dusty hole. You keep complaining about it. You run in the Victim Olympics, and you watch people like me that win.
Nigga, that's a millionaire, nigga.
Let me keep fucking winning, and you sit over there and you keep complaining in your Victim Olympics. That's my solution for you.
I'm not worried about it.
Fall back into that hole that you came from, and fuck you and your feelings. That's my solution. Hey,
we
got
to
guess. He's telling you right now, without even telling you, is that he don't know what he's talking about.
It's crazy that he said let him talk when we just did that. Let him beat his point that he said earlier. But it's cute. Narcissist.
So go ahead. Per capita doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because if per capita, let's just say immigrants, 50% of immigrants own property. That's still not going to be as many acres as 25% of the natives owning it. Property is real. We're talking about real shit.
That's crazy.
Mind you, he's forgetting he said generating wealth. Purchasing an insurance policy produces wealth. Purchasing property produces wealth.
Right.
So if 25% of us own property and we outnumber them by, I don't know, fucking 25 million, right. We generate more. But you just got your arrogant ass up there and said immigrants generate the most money from people that were born here.
Right. When the average paycheck in Nigeria is $740 US dollars a month. $740 US dollars a month is the average paycheck for the average Nigerian on the planet. Not counting the ones that come here and make $1 million a year, because as we know, there's no such thing as affluence by association.
Facts.
My money's my money. Your money's your money. I can't be like I'm rich because Noble got money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he made it for us. Yeah, exactly.
The state of Maryland got money. I'm rich.
Jonathan, man, I appreciate you.
Jonathan, let him talk.
Man, I'm trying to talk to Jonathan.
Let him talk.
Jonathan,
let me just ask you a question.
I appreciate
no. Let him talk.
Look, I'm not a speech pathologist. I ain't come here to talk about tone.
This ain't got nothing to do with speech pathology.
I'm pretty busy.
No, I'm a C student too.
I came to talk about the topic.
This is the facts. No, don't stop now. Come on, bro. Let's have a conversation.
I came to talk about the topics, bro.
You don't want to talk no more? Wait, baby. Hold on.
If you let me answer the question, you can ask me a question.
Okay, go ahead. Answer the question. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Answer the question.
Jonathan wanted to ask me a question.
No, Jonathan is holding off for 1 second, courtesy of me. So I would like to have a conversation with you about.
Well, let's have a conversation, brother.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you and I. Let's have a conversation.
I'm here. So help me to understand.
Everybody else but me. Engage me.
Okay, I'm right with you. With you.
What do you want to know from me?
So I'm trying to understand why
put them two up without us.
I'm trying to understand why it doesn't matter about per capita.
When it comes to property, real estate, it does not matter about per capita.
Why not?
Because you're still not going to have as much real estate.
Are you talking about you want the majority
I'm talking
of
about houses, land, acreage?
Me too.
Right.
I'm talking about real estate.
Right. Okay. So I'm talking about people that own property, which is the only thing that's worth something in this country. You do understand that, right?
It's not.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing that's worth something is property.
How is that?
That's the whole Constitution is based off of property.
It's not.
No.
Ooh. All right. I'm not gonna take the bait. I'm not. Go ahead.
You see, because most people would think life, liberty, and happiness is really life, liberty, and property.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you could only vote if you owned property.
Sis, if you're watching this, just I know you having a conniption fit right now. I can't even. My brain.
Look,
I don't like this little boy.
Them niggas think they English subjects anyway. Them some God save the queen ass niggas. So go back and read some John Locke. Read some Thomas Hobbes, and you'll understand. Life, liberty, and property is a philosophy introduced by John Locke in England. Y'all niggas supposed to be the English citizens. God save the queen. Y'all niggas the British subjects over here. Why do I know more about it than you? Property. You understand that?
True. You can vote.
That's true. That's a fact, bro.
Anybody can vote. You don't have to own property to vote.
According to Washington Secretary of State, voting is controlled by individual state legislatures. Only white men age 21 and older who own land can vote. The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution grants full citizenship rights, including voting rights, to all men born or naturalized in the United States.
Talking about from the settling of this country. So I'm talking about what really matters, what's really valuable. Money is not valuable. Money's paper.
What does that have to do with?
That's why per capita doesn't mean shit when it comes to real assets and property.
So wait a minute. You telling me that the only asset that matters is property?
The only asset that matters that's not based on a per capita is property. Property is real estate.
So just to get clear before we start to kick it,
you're having a hard time understanding stuff because y'all spent 10
minutes. Oh no, I understand perfectly. I just want to make sure,
bro. That's why I was about to leave.
Why are you getting emotional? I thought we were gonna have a conversation.
It's not emotional. Trust me.
You didn't even let me talk. All I did was ask you qualifying.
Talking a lot.
I didn't say anything yet. I was asking questions.
Ask me what.
It's 22, about to be 23 minutes. You've been talking a lot.
What you want to add? By the way, happy birthday too.
Thank you. This is gonna be a great birthday gift for me. I've been looking forward to it.
Go ahead.
So what you're saying, just to make sure that I'm clear before we really get into this, is that
it's the chicken flaps when you about to get ready to lie for me.
The only thing that matters is property, correct? That's the only asset that matters.
I listened very well, and you said it's the only property, only thing that is valuable outside of per capita. And all of a sudden he put in per capita by itself. Like he's intentionally saying per capita by itself, saying property by itself. You put both of those things together twice.
Do you realize per capita is the only way New Orleans and Chicago could make themselves even remotely appear to be safe cities?
Per capita,
the only way New York can make itself remotely seem to be a safe city is by using per capita.
Mm-hmm. It's compartmentalizing.
The use of per capita
only qualified people.
Numbers so big that you can't. That's the only way to quantify and to get a point across. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, can you help me then?
But what y'all are trying to make you're trying to make a argument that's basically saying that because, first of all, immigrants make up 10% of the black population. So if 50% of the immigrants own property, that's 5%, right?
5%.
Exactly. So that's why per capita does not matter.
5% of the population.
Per capita does not matter.
So here's why it does matter, though.
Immigrants don't own as much as we own.
But here's why it does matter, because when you start to add that into the equation, you're saying it from the perspective of total property owned in the United States, right? But what I'm saying is that if 10% of the population is doing better than, as far as per capita, then the majority of
I can't. Being in sales, bro, I already know what you're going with it. Your point is to keep saying, though, somebody's winning and somebody's losing. So you have to bind and limit the question and your wording down to that point.
We always say compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. So wouldn't a proper comparison to see if our people are really losing compared to these immigrants? Wouldn't it make sense for Anton Daniels to compare our people who immigrate to other countries to these people that immigrate here?
When the original thing that you said was immigrants are producing more wealth, you didn't say by per capita. We're not going. You can't play those games over here.
And then he switched to per capita. When I brought up that the numbers didn't add up, then the nigga switched to per capita.
That's why
that automatically became. See, they're gonna try to switch it to where they can win.
What Jay-Z say? Alibi's not matching up. Bullshit catching up.
Right.
My nigga.
It was comical, bro. It was bad, man.
It's not good. He's really
and the
bad
nigga
at
thought
this.
he was cooking. He reminded me of a white girl who be thinking she could cook, but she putting raisins and shit and paprika on shit.
The people that were born here, the African descendants of slaves, and they owned in less than 10% of the property, right? But immigrants own 50%, black immigrants own 50% of the property. Then the question is
so now it's black immigrants.
Not whether or not more property is owned in the United States. The question we should be asking ourselves is, why are they doing it more effectively than the people that were born here? And we don't want to have that conversation because
the conversation is not to be had because the majority of y'all aren't doing good. So if I'm the only person that's rich in my family, I can't really go anywhere and be like, oh, my family's doing great. And it's 20 poor motherfuckers that's back in Alabama.
This nigga talking
You,
about.
you see what I'm saying? But I'm in Africa talking about how great my family doing, and everybody else back in Alabama dirt poor.
This nigga talking about who doing they're doing better. You have a smaller group. You have less mitigation to deal with. In anything in life, resource management and business, you have to deal with your bottom line. The more the merrier. Like Big said, more money, more problems. You have millions of people. You have multiple opportunities for shit to fuck up. It's not even including any type of COINTELPRO on those specific people. It's not including anything else. When you have more people, you have more problems. So if you have a small group of people, their numbers are not going to be reflective of the people that's been here already. We don't get we don't get special stuff just because we were born here as it relates to money. We got to grow up. We have to be educated here. They were educated there and here. Is there and here more or less than just here? They have more education when they come here. They have theirs, may be piss poor, but they have a different perspective. They have a different culture.
Right.
And when me and Big Sis get together, we're going to put together a slide and show how these people are labeled. A lot of these immigrants are classified as white, and they're getting more privileges.
We get emotional. We start using. Oh, you don't want to let me talk?
I'm just asking, what's more effective?
The 10% that owns, when 50% of the 10% owns property.
What are the key performance indicators of effectiveness?
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example, right?
All right.
Do you know what race of people actually is generating the most revenue in their households in the United States?
Asians.
Who else? It's actually not Asians, but okay.
Besides
Indians
white
are number two. It's
Number two
Indians
is
and Asians. It's Indians and Asians.
Hey,
are Indians not in Asia?
Hey,
somebody
Anton Daniels fans. Hey, y'all stupid because India has been in Asia. Let me see how many years.
I don't know,
Since the
3,000 or
whole
4,000,
fucking time.
5,000.
Yeah,
Since
Arabs
the
are Arabs are Asian. Arabs are Asian.
Right.
Indians are Asian. Right.
Right.
Like this kid just says anything. Yeah, listen. I'm going in today. I got time, cuz.
Today I got time, cuz.
Because I want to get to this disrespect. Because we want to highlight. We're not attacking this dude because he get money, because he winning. We at this dude for how disrespectful he was to us. Because when you attack the village, you attack the village. You attack one village member, you attack all of us. You don't get to walk off and do that. Y'all don't know how to be a nation. We're gonna show you how to be a nation.
Okay.
But they are not a large majority of the population, though. Does it still matter?
It doesn't matter as far as that's concerned.
Why don't it matter?
We're talking about
if Indians and Asians are generating the most revenue in their households, but they're not a significant part of the population. Are you telling me that does not matter?
You confusing me, bro.
Oh, now you confused. You know what I'm talking about.
I am, because we're going all over the place.
I'm using that example.
Property. Use an example about property.
I am.
Okay.
And I'm bringing it back for you.
Okay. Let me give you a property example.
So let me bring that back for you.
If me and you buy a tractor property and I get goddamn, say it's a 20 acre tractor property. Let's use an example that's real. You and I go in on a 20 acre tractor property, right? If I get 17 of those acres and you get 3 of those acres, I still own more than you.
You don't want to continue to have that conversation, bro, because that's why you keep interrupting me. So let me bring it back for you. It's the same example as immigrants, Black immigrants. If 50% of Black immigrants are being overly successful, when you compare that to the majority of the people that's here, it still matters because.
But the word overly matters. So why are they overly successful? Doesn't really make any sense. Let's use.
I need some headache pills.
Noble.
Uh-huh.
They're overly successful because their example of what success is set very low, based off of what they grew up seeing. And even if you didn't grow up seeing it and your parents grew up seeing it, the expectations are still very low where you're from.
The other thing
as
is
opposed to us who grow up somewhere where the expectations have always been high.
The bigger factor is the word that I said before starting it. And this disingenuous this, disingenuous that. So y'all that's watching this, recording for this, please record this part. Free to use it. The thing with immigrants versus us, remember that we are 3/5 of a person. Victim Olympics victim. We labeled as 3/5 of a person. Dred Scott has not been repealed. That we don't have rights, we have privileges. That's a fact. Black is not a nationality. It's a classification. These immigrants let me slow down. These immigrants, these Asians and Indians you mentioned, have an entire fucking nation behind them. A nation behind them. They're in our nation with another fucking nation that has treaties with these United States, commerce with these United States. So there are things that other fucking nation put in place for them when they get here. You stupid motherfucker. You don't know nothing about nationality because you don't have one. That's the part you will never bring up.
And don't want one.
Facts. You can't add to that conversation.
Ooh.
You can't counter that part because you don't have a nationality. You never did. And no nation's gonna take in a piece of shit motherfucker who don't bang with his own people. That's what you too stupid to understand.
What we're saying is that, or what we're seeing, and this is one of the reasons why you see colleges and they recruit people, they recruit Asians and they recruit specific people from certain demographics that's winning. And these are the people that's becoming doctors, and these are the people that's becoming lawyers, and then ultimately they become property owners and things like that. If they're doing it more successfully, and we bringing it back to the conversation, the initial conversation, my question is, why would you get upset when they tell you a truth just because you don't like their tone if they're being successful in a way in which they're buying property and being successful in the country?
Well, before I took my little hiatus, I told you tone doesn't matter to me. Tone.
Facts. That's exactly what you said. I was thinking the same shit.
Tone is something my wife cares about when I'm talking to her.
Okay.
Tone don't matter to me. Just say what you got to say. So that's why I stepped out on the tone conversation. But what I'm saying,
answer the question.
I'm not answering the question about go that neck again.
It's not about tone. It's why are we not looking to them for inspiration and understanding as to how they're becoming successful?
This right here irritated the shit out of me. Why the fuck
inspiration?
And if I'm gonna look to anybody for inspiration, it would be Indians or Asians, not y'all niggas.
Bruh.
Period.
Bruh.
And that's culture back home and here. If we were inspired by y'all, we would flee our country and go somewhere else and get handouts until we came up. If we were inspired by y'all niggas. Just to be honest.
Again, this dude hates his own people because of how it need to compete with us. So you can go with the immigrants, which would include these colonists, in my perspective. You would go with them because you are Anton Daniels Jonathon Barronville. In your respective places, you at the lower totem pole in the gene pool. You weren't as fast as the rest of us, tall as the rest of us, wasn't as smart as the rest of us. And you vexed because you got to watch us rock off and you didn't get that shit off. And that's what this shit is about. That's why, Brother Bernard, the other day, you heard me talking about, I don't understand why people think success is a revenge, because I watched this dickhead said it. He said the shit. And success is a revenge to you trying to get people back because you took all these L's all through your life. That's why you'll say some dumb shit while we can't look to a bunch of immigrants as inspiration, as if it's no inspiration amongst our people. Let's not even say that, as if there's not more than enough inspiration amongst our people that are alive today. Not even going in history. What are you looking to those, as he just agreed with you, 10% of the population? Look to them. I'm a 10%. I'm gonna look through 10% of the population. I got all these niggas here.
Hey, let this guy cook some more.
That they're not born in.
I don't really have to, because I'm never gonna go to a country I wasn't born in to live. I'm never gonna do that.
Do with the question,
dude. I'm answering your question. You said, why won't I look at
not you specifically? Why won't people go and try to understand how another group of people are being successful instead of retreating back to their own devices and their own ways of doing things that are obviously not working for them?
I'm, I don't get it, bro. I don't get what you're saying. Like I said, if I'm never gonna go to another country that I'm not born in to live for any reason, then why would I be looking to anybody for inspiration? Why aren't they looking to us for inspiration as to how we became billionaires and millionaires up in this piece? Because it is happening. I understand you in Detroit and places like that, but like I tell Jonathan, a lot of you urban people that come from urban areas, y'all really think that the urban black person makes up the majority of the black population in the United States. I will say different, because if you come down to Troy, Alabama, Valdosta, Georgia, and places like that, black people that are from here are not losing. And this is the majority of the black population. The majority of the black population is not in cities.
Bro, the majority of the black population, and it is, you can literally,
the majority of the black population owns land and owns property in rural areas in this country, mostly in the Southeast.
The majority of the black population is significantly behind all of their counterparts in every other race as far as how much they're earning in their households and as individuals. That is a fact. That is not nothing.
No, that's a fact. I'm with you on that.
So if the majority of them are losing, then what are you talking about?
He said behind. He didn't say losing. But you like the
two different things.
Compared to immigrants, And when you say the word losing or behind, it's two different things. Like losing
All
is
day.
end all be all.
Right.
You can be behind and still really not be losing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you notice, these niggas be having way more questions than points. And that's a telltale sign of being confused unless you're an attorney, is asking a bunch of damn questions. Well, what about this? Well, what about that?
No, they're losing in general.
Yeah, man. This conversation ain't going nowhere. Let everybody else come back on, because I don't know what you're really talking about.
You know what's going on.
No, I really don't, bro, because my lifestyle is different. I really don't.
But then if it's your lifestyle that's different, then why are you arguing on behalf of black people in a general sense then?
That's because you trying to establish what you're saying as a fact, and it's not a fact. It's not that he don't qualify to speak for the people. Is that the shit that you saying as being a standard for our people is losing when it's not. I don't like that shit. I don't like that little girl con artist shit.
Yeah.
But I think in situations like this, when you have an asshole that's talking bad about the people, I'll speak up for him. I will. If you bad enough to be up there and talk bad about a whole people, I'll speak. I keep saying everybody ain't black, but if you'll sit up there and say that black culture is trash and they can't or don't defend it, I'll defend it. If you that bad, I'm the type of person to go there. Because when you loud and you up there, right, then you challenging the world. Well, you know what? I think I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. I don't think nobody can fuck with me. So you can't take my spot.
Right.
That's what you do when you challenge the internet. You challenging all of us. Okay, nigga, you challenge me. He kept saying, all of y'all to make the world worse, I'm coming for you. So nigga, I'll come to you. And I came to the Lapeef show and I kicked your little supporter's ass. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. I trashed him shits. Then your little protégé, Johnathon Barronville, came to the show again and I trashed his ass. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. That shit is on there, on the internet forever.
Oh yeah, that's forever.
Ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it because you're not good enough.
Oh yeah, that right there gonna ride. Oh, that shit they're gonna ride, because I'm a black person. Who else am I gonna come argue on behalf of in the general sense? Y'all come on here every day and argue for men in a general sense, right? Don't you? Do you not argue for men in a general sense?
Jesus Christ.
When you talk?
Why are you calling for Jesus now? It's a devastating point.
Oh, by the way, the same Jesus you don't give no thanks publicly to for having such a great life either.
Fact.
Uh-oh.
See, y'all just pay attention. Y'all that do the little videos on them, this is how you do it. You just beat his talking points. Ain't that what Kevin Samuel said? Ain't that who he follow? Just crush his talking points. You don't got to go to the personal stuff. You really don't have to. Me, I would do it, but I'm gonna do it eventually because I think he's extremely disrespectful. But you can just trash his talking points. Just take it and clip it. Y'all free to clip it, put it on your own shit. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do. But this is how you trash him. A dude like him, you just beat them like I did with Johnathon. Beat that ass like Brother Bernard was talking about. I'm gonna beat the shit out you with your own talking points.
Boom, the world class.